Live by Live has all of your favorite music, and you can listen for free. Whether you hit play on one of our hundreds of curated music stations or create your own custom artist radio station, you'll find the music you love on Live by Live. Visit livexlive.com or search LiveX Live in the App Store or Google Play and listen for free now.
That every ride isn't worth taking. In Laurel, I'm Liz Anderson.
Virginia is legalizing marijuana next week, but it won't be a free-for-all. I'm Nick Heinelli.
The heat to be a major concern tomorrow. Temps in the 90s, 11 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Tom Foti in Washington. As the third day of search and hopefully rescue comes to an end, the number of known victims of that Surfside, Florida building collapse has gone up by one, now at least 5. But more than 150 people remain unaccounted for, and at the scene for us, CBS News correspondent Manuel Bojorquez.
The rescue is job number 1. They continue to clear debris, cut trenches, and listen for signs of life, believing it's still possible to find survivors. Sinead Imbaro and search dog Magnus are among the more than 130 rescuers here.
It's overwhelming a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on us because we want the outcome to be spectacular.
The reason they do it, the souls whose photographs now cover a memorial to those who are missing, and the hundreds of loved ones and survivors who are holding tight to hopes of a miracle beneath the rubble.
New Mexico is well known for those colorful airborne parades of manned balloons in the blue sky. But Saturday in Albuquerque, there was a fatal accident involving one. It came down on the city's west side. It hit a power line, crashing on a busy street. 5 people died.
They caught the top line, which has now been cut, so you can see that if you look at it after. And the envelope was separated from the basket, and the envelope continued on. It's now being protected for evidence at a school nearby.
Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller. Now to CBS News forecaster and climate specialist Jeff Berardelli, tracking that burst of hot air over the Pacific Northwest, a part of the country not used to triple-digit temperatures.
This is a historic heat dome, the kind we rarely, if ever, see. And we're likely to tie or break all of these record highs, these all-time records across the West. Temperatures will be 30 to 40 degrees above normal in parts of the West Coast. 111 in Portland on Sunday, 116 in Medford, and as we head into Monday, Seattle, 105 degrees.
The Biden White House tries to clear up some confusion.
After weeks of back and forth, a group of Republican and Democratic senators reached a deal with the White House on a more than $1 trillion infrastructure bill. And it focuses on more conventional infrastructure measures, things like roads, bridges, and broadband. But on Thursday, the president said he's not going to support that bill unless it's accompanied by funding for what he's calling human infrastructure. That includes community college, aftercare work, and things like green energy. Just a little while ago, they issued this statement from the president where he says he still supports the infrastructure deal and will pursue those other issues through other bills and other measures.
CBS News correspondent Christina Ruffini at the White House, and this is CBS News.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You could save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com.
It's 11:03. It's Saturday, the 26th day of June, 2021. 78 degrees outside, down to the lower 70s overnight. Good Saturday evening. I'm Del Walters. The top local stories we're following for you at this hour. A nonprofit called Black Voters Matter led a rally on the National Mall, joining forces with those calling for D.C. statehood.
The event was filled with local lawmakers, including D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, who says statehood for D.C. is about autonomy.
Our Congresswoman doesn't have a final vote, and we do not have 2 senators to speak for us.
Bowser referenced the January 6th attack on the Capitol and even the American Rescue Plan.
That we were excluded from to the tune of $755 million.
The event also pushed for voting rights. Civic Engagement Chair for the Greater Washington Urban League, Kwanzaa Billy, says black voter turnout during the 2020 presidential election is what caused many states to pass stricter voting laws.
The reason it's important for us to be at events and coalitions like this are to showcase how important they are, because look how fast people want to rip them from us.
Acacia James, WTOP News.
Carjackings are spiking. spiking across the nation. Prince George's County is trying to stop it.
At Cypress Athletic Field in Laurel, an educational event to prevent carjackings, especially among young adults. Now, the numbers for this crime stark over the past few years. In 2018 and 19, numbers a little more and a little less than 100, but a huge spike in 2020. 263 throughout the county, and that's not including cities with their own police forces. So far this year, the number straddling 140, but there's good news. Prince George's County State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy.
So we saw a reduction of the monthly incidents, but that'll ebb and flow. So we're not going to be satisfied. We're not going to say, oh, we won this fight. No, this is a consistent and continued fight.
In Laurel, Liz Anderson, WTOP News.
It happened last Thursday around 11:30. Police went to check on 66-year-old Jeffrey Biddle. He didn't show up for work. Biddle lives in the 4600 block of Windsor Lane in Bethesda. The autopsy revealed he had been shot. Biddle worked in Chevy Chase Village for 15 years. His death has now been ruled a homicide. Marijuana laws in Virginia are going through a dramatic change next week. Recreational pot will be legal as of July 1st. But some things are still off limits.
It's not going to be a free-for-all for marijuana users in Virginia, as selling the drug will still be illegal come July. That's when possessing up to an ounce of the drug will be legalized for people 21 and older. Starting in the year 2024, there will be a legal marketplace with retail sales, but until then, the only legal way someone can obtain marijuana will be to grow their own or receive it as a gift from someone who does. Smoking pot in public will still be illegal, and having the drug visible in your car can be considered an open container like alcohol. So in that case, a driver could be arrested and charged with a DUI. Nick Einelli, WTOP News.
In 1996, the Supreme Court ruled that women could enroll at the Virginia Military Institute. 25 years later, several graduates reflecting on the decision that changed their lives.
To me, it's more about changing the mindset of the men who didn't necessarily want us to attend the school.
That's Kelly Sullivan, one of the first women enrolled at VMI, talking with NBC4. Since that ruling, more than 600 women have graduated from the school. And still ahead.
Virginia jail officials face harsh criticism for the death of an inmate. I'm Melissa Howell.
11:06.
Your favorite things feel made for you. Your education should too. University of Maryland Global Campus, formerly University of Maryland University College, was made to serve the military and working adults like you. Today, we continue that tradition by offering frequent start dates so you can get started with convenient online learning that fits your schedule, by recognizing your accomplishments with credits you can earn for what you know, by providing no-cost online resources replacing most textbooks because a college education can fit your budget too, and with no SAT or GRE required for most programs. University of Maryland Global Campus, made for you. Last year, we awarded more than $15 million in scholarships to qualified students, including community college students, service members, veterans, and working adults just like you. Discover how we can make your education and your goals for the future a reality. Visit us at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Moments. They surround us, intersecting. Every day, every instant. Moments that can change us forever. In a region where news is never ending, a singular sound.
This is Peacock. I love it! It's streaming your favorite shows, movies, live sports, breaking news, exclusive originals. It's The Office. That's what she said. Chrisley Knows Best.
It's gonna be Todd's Way or the Highway.
And Peacock original shows like Punky Brewster.
Holy macanoli.
So whether you're in the mood for every live WWE pay-per-view or every episode of Law & Order SVU, Peacock's got you covered. Peacock. Watch for free, upgrade for more. Stream now at peacocktv.com.
No one really tries to be unsafe online.
Enter address for free tater tots.
But every time you give up info and privacy...
So I gave your birth date for free parking.
That's how I got this robe. You may give up some safety too. Norton 360 with LifeLock has device security, a VPN for online privacy, and identity theft protection, all in one. No one can prevent all cybercrime or identity theft, but you can save 25% or more off your first year. Opt into cyber safety at norton.com/news.